Chapter 1. Bitcoin and Idealism. Bitcoin is the first time in human history that private property rights have been secured through technology. The moment I truly understood the Bitcoin white paper, I was at a loss for words. I was amazed, excited, and regretful all at once. Amazed by Satoshi Nakamoto's ingenious design, excited about the social revolution Bitcoin could bring, and regretful that I didn't read the white paper the first time I heard about it. I consider myself an idealist. My original motivation was to be part of this unprecedented social experiment. But I can't deny that the skyrocketing price of Bitcoin was what initially pushed me to dive into the white paper. What I didn't expect was that joining this experiment would completely change my perspective and seriously test my character. Human nature is fragile, easily swayed. At one point, I started doubting myself because I was caught in a deep contradiction. I was hoarding Bitcoin like crazy. Was it because of my ideals, or was it just greed? I couldn't tell anymore. On one hand, I believed in the vision. Maybe the experiment would fail, but I had no regrets. On the other hand, I was so convinced it would succeed that I felt an uncontrollable urge to accumulate more. The more I held, the sooner I'd reach financial freedom. Eventually, I had to set a strict rule for myself: never sell. Not selling meant I wouldn't cash out into fiat money. It also meant my investment was fully tied to this experiment. Still, I couldn't stop hoarding Bitcoin. The only way I could justify it was to tell myself, I am like Satoshi Nakamoto, and Bitcoin is my child. I need to keep investing in it to help it grow. Idealism in the financial world. In the world of investing and finance, idealists don't usually survive. Many successful investors don't operate based on beliefs. They understand the game and play by its rules. Some people don't even believe in what they invest in. They just know others will buy it, so they take advantage of the opportunity. Business is business, and finance is even more cutthroat. But I've always followed my principles. If I don't believe in something, I won't invest in it, no matter how much money it could make me. If I don't trust a company's ethics, I won't buy its stock. If I despise certain business practices, I won't support them, even if their price drops to a bargain. If I think a forked coin or a hyped-up token is worthless, I won't trade it just to make a quick profit. Sometimes I wonder if I'm being foolishly stubborn, but in the end, I stick to my choices. Bitcoin rewards the idealists. Thankfully, Bitcoin has provided a path for idealists. Not long ago, some well-known investors cashed out their funds, but their returns weren't even as good as those who simply held on to their Bitcoin. The irony is clear. No matter how much effort you put into trading, analyzing, and strategizing, sometimes simply holding on to Bitcoin is the best move. That said, not all idealists have lasted in this space. Many left because they were disillusioned, not with Bitcoin itself, but with the people around them. They saw only greed and corruption and decided to walk away. That's unfortunate. The ones who have stayed are those who understand the difference. Are you disappointed in Bitcoin, or just the people in the crypto space? Many blame Bitcoin for the scams and fraud in the industry, but that's like blaming guns for crimes. The tool itself isn't the problem. It's how people use it. Bitcoin's resilience. Bitcoin amplifies human nature. Every type of scam you can imagine, and some you can't, happens here, over and over again. It's frustrating, but it's also proof of how resilient Bitcoin is. Despite all the attacks, manipulations, and scams, Bitcoin keeps moving forward. It grows at an unstoppable pace, completely unaffected by the chaos around it. More and more people will join this movement. The trend is inevitable. Advice for fellow idealists. If you, like me, are an idealist, here's some advice. First, don't get too excited. Don't go around preaching Bitcoin to everyone. Don't turn every conversation into a Bitcoin discussion. There's no need to act like a cult member or a salesperson. The people who start off the most hyped often burn out the fastest. Instead, take the time to learn. Study economics and cryptography. Online courses make it easy. Understanding Bitcoin deeply takes time. It requires both theory and practice. And trust me, That's more useful than reading trading guides or investment tips. I was, and still am, extremely excited about Bitcoin. Maybe you can even sense it in my writing. But aside from writing about it, I rarely talk about Bitcoin in daily life. Second, stop worrying about the bottom. Imagine yourself years from now. A newcomer messages you asking, "Hey, where's the bottom price?" How would you answer? For something with no upper limit, constantly worrying about the lowest price is pointless. If you got in late, don't feel bad. It's just bad luck. The only ones who should feel regret are those who had the chance but didn't take it. Many people have been in Bitcoin for years and still don't own any. From $8,000 down to $900, they hesitated. From $900 up to $60,000, they hesitated again. From $60,000 down to $40,000, they were still hesitating. Luckily, their hesitation is your opportunity. I bought Bitcoin at 5,000, 1,000, 60,000, and 40,000. I only care about the final destination. If you want to buy at a low cost, guessing the bottom is less effective than just dollar cost averaging. If you had invested from $8,000 down to $900 consistently, your average price would be around $2,000. Not the lowest, but still much better than the highest. Third, stay patient and stick to your principles. Don't invest in forked coins or hype projects just for a quick profit. Don't deceive or exploit others, even if it's profitable. Don't waste time arguing online. Bitcoin's greatness will prove itself over time. As the years pass, many people will lose their way. The longer you stay in this space, the harder it is to remain untouched by greed and corruption. Things that seem obviously wrong from the outside may feel justified from within. So, always remind yourself why you started. Find a balance between idealism and realism. Be rational in your pursuit of profit. Only time will tell who was right. 4 years, 8 years, 12 years from now, I hope to see you still here. By then, you will have survived the tests of time and human nature. You'll have reached financial freedom. We may never meet in person, but through Bitcoin, we'll always share a connection.